Kidmissing TV. This is our first double Friday for the month of June. Before I get started, you may hear my text notification go off. I had a situation happen to me yesterday, and it's being investigated because my friend put up a real stink on my behalf. I was basically left at the hospital by the handicapped / elder bus. So, that's what it is, and I apologize ahead of time, but I can't figure out how to get the notification on my watch to not be so obnoxious. I'm going to turn the sound off on my watch as soon as I figure out how. So, this Doe Friday is the Providence County John Doe from 1987. He was found in Smithfield, Rhode Island. Smithfield, North Smithfield. It's a small town in Rhode Island, and we used to drive through it all the time. I think we used to go places there too at one time. But we used to drive through it all the time. And I remember, the one thing I remember, the highway runs through it. And off the highway is a spot where you can tell the transition in the seasons, because there's a drive-in movie theater. Yes, there's still a drive-in there. And there is a ski shop, like almost right next door to the drive-in. So when the ski shop closes, the drive-in opens. When the drive-in closes, the ski shop opens. This was a small male, again found on June 18th, 1987. He was only 5 feet 5 inches tall and 122 pounds. His time of death was 1 to 3 weeks. Prior, he had been stabbed to death. He had short brown, straight hair that was receding. He had a mustache and a scruffy beard, brown eyes. How did I know he had brown eyes if he was decomposed and had been there 1 to 3 weeks? Anyway, a black muscle shirt with the inscription San Juan on the front and back. Gray sweatpants, blue undershorts, McGregor TriStar sneakers, size 7.5, presumably men's. This was a small man. He was found at Stump Pond. Hold on. Anyway, that was just spam. And if by some small chance it's not, hopefully they'll leave a message. And that is where he was found. It's a small pond, and it spills into the Woonasquatucket River. Oh my goodness. Which is where Woonsocket gets its name, I would assume. Interestingly, well, this area is known for fishing and just being a great area for recreation. The other side of the pond is the police headquarters. Why would you leave a body? They thought, the boaters who found him thought that he was an animal caught in wire and they were going to go over to help him. Well, he wasn't an animal. The body had been bound and enveloped in chicken wire and weighed down by approximately 90 pounds of rocks and barbells. These had been attached to the chicken wire by coaxial cable. Decomp gases is what propelled it to the surface. They'd probably been down there from a week to 3 weeks. Was this a middle finger to the police? Literally throwing a body in their backyard? I mean, my goodness sakes, you know? Excuse me. The man had no scars, no tattoos, no wallet, no jewelry, no marks or scars. And he died by 21. That's right, 21 stab wounds. Some were inflicted to his head, and 14 to the chest, and the murder weapon was likely an ice pick. So 21 minus 14. So that means he had, oh, for crying out loud, you know how to do math. 21 minus 14. Why am I figuring it out? It's 7. 7 times 3 is 21. So he had 7 stab wounds to his head. Somebody was pissed. They have DNA and fingerprints. They've run them through several databases. Haven't found anything. They've even run them through immigration, through military, everything. Now, Smithfield is very close to Massachusetts and Connecticut. Absolutely. And so the killer and the victim could be from anywhere in the area. Trying to make sure I have the phone number. Okay. You can call the Rhode Island Major Crimes Unit at 877-RI-SOLVE. That's 877-RI-SOLVE. So, there is another number, I believe. that I would like you to do. Yep. Actually, no. Sorry, guys. Okay. The Smithfield Police Department, obviously. Greg Catlow is the detective sergeant in charge of the case. His phone number is 401 231 2500. That's 401 231 2500. There is a NAMUS specialist also in charge of this case for NAMUS, and her name is Lori Bruski, or Bruski, Bruski. And her phone number is 817-718-7904. That's 817-718-7904, with a NAMUS case number of UP 12497. That's UP 12497. Yeah. Like I said, Smithfield is a small town. It's not a place you expect to find a body of someone stabbed 21 times. Especially not in a pond behind a police station. I think forensic genetic genealogy needs to be done. That has helped identify so many people. One of the things I wish my mother was here to see. Yes. Like I said, this is obnoxious. Anyway. But I like to think she had a hand in a couple of the identifications that have happened. It was right after she went to heaven. The Christmas tree lady and the boy in the box were identified. And the two boys from Stanley Park, the Stanley Park brothers, were identified. I like to think she was up there doing her magic, sending the identifications down. Of these cases she knew was special to me. I wish she'd hurry up on the Seattle Jane Doe already. And Little Miss Panisovsky. So, which are both near and dear to my heart. So, I don't know why they're not doing forensic genetic genealogy on Little Miss Panisovsky to see if she even was Greek, to be 100% sure. Because an isotope analysis isn't always accurate. And they haven't been able to. Anyway. So thank you so much for being here. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you Monday. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 by the 4th of July. Bye, guys.